Hi, welcome back to the Angel Allure channel. My name is Angel, and today we have a new topic. We're talking about rejection as a gift. You don't get rejected because you're unworthy. You get rejected for your own divine protection. So if you're someone that ever twisted yourself to be liked, twisted yourself to fit into the wrong spaces, the wrong opportunities, the wrong communities, this is going to be the right video for you. Time for us to understand what rejection is truly teaching us. I truly believe rejection is trying to free us from constraints, trying to free us from being in places that we don't belong. Rejection is an opportunity. It's information. It's a data point to know that this is not the direction that you belong in. This is not the area where God wants your divine opportunities to exist. When you experience rejection, it's so important to reframe that experience and to recultivate the way we think about rejection so that we can figure out how to utilize rejection to propel us where we belong, to propel us on the right path for ourselves. Do you want to know what I realized? Rejection is one of the quickest ways to figure out what your self-worth is. If your self-worth relies on someone else's approval, someone else's validation, receiving an opportunity or a prestigious particular title, then where is your self-worth really? Is it lying within you and your heart? Or are you handing it to other people to validate you? That's why rejection is a gift, because when you're rejected, you then have the opportunity to look within and to figure out what is actually right for me, what is actually in alignment. This is obviously not the direction and the path that I should be going down. So what actually is? How can I validate myself? How can I support myself? How can I pick myself back up and love myself and know that rejection does not define me, and see rejection as a gift and an opportunity? To see rejection as a way that you can alchemize your next opportunity, to alchemize a path forward for yourself through those rejections. Honestly, if you're getting rejection, that's a good thing, because that means that you're not hiding anymore. You're actually putting yourself out there. You're actually taking risk. You know what I mean? Like, you're actually putting yourself in a place to potentially experience progress, to experience growth. It means you're on a path, right? So if you're experiencing rejection, realize that that is a good thing. That means that you are alive, right? You're experiencing life in a positive way. You're not being stagnant. You're not holding yourself back. You're not deciding, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this or that. It's actually extremely courageous to experience rejection. If you're experiencing rejection, know that you are courageous, that you are brave, that you have some audacity, which has a lot of value in today's world, to have audacity. It's special. Everyone will tell you that having audacity, oh, who does she think she is? If you think you're somebody, that's a good thing. If people are asking you, who do you think you are? That's a good sign that you are courageous. You trust yourself. You believe in yourself. You're willing to put yourself out there. You're not afraid to experience rejection. Let's talk about it. Every time you risk rejection, you are reaffirming self-trust. You trust yourself enough to put yourself out there, to give something a try, to try those new dating opportunities, to try that new workout plan, to try the new diet. Maybe it doesn't work for your body. That's a form of rejection as well. But putting yourself out there and trying means that you are alive. You are living an exciting life. You are taking on the world. Rejection is not punishment. Rejection is actually proof that you are alive. You are daring. You are intentional. That you try. You try, right? It means you're an active player in the game of life. It means you're valuable, right? Some people never try. Some people don't even go some people do not even try dating anymore. They say, oh, I'm done with it. It's too difficult. I'm just over it. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. But the reality is those experiences allow you to improve yourself, to refine yourself, to refine your standards, to show up better in the world. It's feedback. Rejection is feedback, and feedback is a gift. Okay, so I have some books that I've been checking out lately that I thought would be perfect to share on this topic. The one I'm actually reading right now is The Obstacle is the Way. This book is by Ryan Holiday, of turning trials into triumph. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm about a third of the way through right now. This book highlights the Stoic ideas. It basically talks all about experiencing difficulty and how it can actually improve you, how you can actually push through difficulty to achieve things in life. I think this one is really special. I thought it was on topic, and I thought it would be perfect to share in this video about rejection, because in a sense, rejection is an obstacle, right? It's something that you don't anticipate, but it's something that happens. So when you face these obstacles, it's an opportunity for you to be able to overcome. I really like this book, would definitely recommend. The next one I have here, I read this book earlier this year, or honestly, it might have been around this time last year. The Courage to Be Disliked. This one is based on Japanese phenomenons, and it talks about changing your life to achieve real happiness. The reason this book is so good is because if you're willing to be courageous, if you're willing to put yourself out there, if you're willing to experience challenges and overcome them and face them and experience rejection from other people, you can be a better version of yourself. You can be a happier version of yourself. You can be a more confident version of yourself. And I really, really, really love this book. This one was life-changing for me personally. Being courageous, experiencing rejection. Those are all things that are going to enhance your life experiences, because every time you go through them, you come out on the other end better. And the last one, which is honestly kind of funny, I have this book. It's by Bernie Mac, which is honestly one of my favorite comedians. I used to watch him all the time growing up. I think he's hilarious. It's called I Don't Care If You Like Me, I Like Me. I honestly have never actually read this one before, cover to cover. This one is a really, really easy read if you're one of those people that you're not like a big reader at all whatsoever. It just kind of has like daily tidbits, right? Like there's daily mantras, and you can just kind of read like a page a day, and it's really funny. This is a funny one, but I also thought this was on the same topic because it's about being willing to face rejection. I don't care if you like me, I like me. Another good one. I found all these books to be on par with the topic of rejection today, and I definitely felt like I had to share them, especially The Obstacle is the Way, because it's the one I just happen to be reading right now. As I was thinking about this topic last night, I was like, I have to share them because it's so on point. Let's talk about reframing rejection. How do we reframe it? We change the way we look at it. If you have the courage and you have the confidence and you're consistently putting yourself out there and you are believing in yourself and you're growing your self-esteem on a day-to-day basis, you know that rejection is not going to be able to stop you. You know that rejection is just another obstacle along the way. You know that rejection is telling you that this path is not for me, but there's another path that will be better for me. You know what's funny about rejection? Oftentimes someone can get rejected because their standards are too high. Someone can get rejected because they are too big for an opportunity. Like, let's say, for example, in a dating scenario, someone can get rejected because the other person knows that that person's standards are too high and they're not willing to put in the effort. Sometimes, and I believe oftentimes, rejection can come because you are too big for a space. You are too large for an opportunity. You have bigger and better plans for you somewhere else. So think about that. Think about that. Maybe you're getting rejected because there's something better out there for you. Maybe you're getting rejected because there's something bigger out there for you. So I also wanted to share some of my personal experiences with rejection and how I was able to reframe my mindset so I didn't think about it as a negative. And what I actually started to do was view rejection as freedom, which is the most magnetizing space to be in. You have no idea. When you view rejection as freedom, you can live with so much grace. You can live with so much authority. You can live with so much joy, honestly, because rejection is not holding you back. It's not causing you to be cold. It's not causing you to be fearful of your light when you can figure out how to best reframe it. So I have a few stories. Like, I kind of mentioned this a little bit before, but sometimes in dating, you can get rejected because someone's not willing to put in the effort required to meet your standards. It's simple as that. And that doesn't mean that you are not worthy. That doesn't mean that your value is not significant. It just means that that person does not have significant effort to meet your standard. It just means that that person is not aligned with the standards that you have for yourself, right? So I feel like in dating, it can be very difficult. It can be very hard oftentimes, to see if two people can become aligned with one another. But the reality is, each time you experience rejection in a dating scenario, just know, okay, great. Now I have space for something that can be more aligned for me. Now I have space to meet someone better, right? It's just the way we think about things sometimes. That for me personally, the best thing to do is to work on myself. What was it that happened in this dating scenario that I can take as information and feedback to improve myself as a better person? So recently, I've been discovering the works of a British philosopher. His name is Alan Watts, and his work is so magical. Honestly, it really opened up my world and changed my life in so many ways. He talks about how when life interacts with us, it gives us feedback. Every experience that we have teaches us something. His philosophy teaches you to think of life as like a dance. When one thing doesn't work out, another one does. You get feedback here, you cultivate it, you use it over here. But whatever you do, you don't remain stagnant. You don't cry about it too long. You don't worry about it. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move on to bigger and better things. Right, my alluring angels? You move on to bigger and better things. If you're rejected from a career opportunity, just know that maybe that opportunity wasn't best for you. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to thrive in that role. Maybe the whole career, the whole industry is not made for you altogether, and it's a sign. Maybe you're supposed to be on YouTube. Maybe you're supposed to be a yoga teacher. Something different. But you would never know if the world didn't feed you that rejection first. I was rejected from my second season as an NFL cheerleader. I did cheer in the NFL for 1 year. It was a magical experience, and I did audition with hopes to have a second season, and I wasn't selected. Was it a hard experience? Yes. Was it difficult? Yes. Did it hurt? Yes. Did I cry? Yes. But ultimately, I realized that it was not meant for me to be there, that God had other plans for me. And ultimately, I ended up enrolling in acting school for 2 years, getting signed to a management company, doing global commercials. I ended up on 3 local billboards in my city. And those are things that all probably would have never happened if I would have had a second season as an NFL cheerleader. I probably would have never been prompted to start YouTube this soon or at this point if I had not been redirected at that time. I learned a lot of on-camera skills through theater, and presentation skills and speaking skills through going to theater school. If I was still cheering on the sidelines, I may have not been ready to even be on YouTube at this stage. So be grateful for rejection. Rejection is truly, truly, truly a gift. Also, rejection sometimes doesn't mean that you're behind. Rejection can actually mean that you're ahead. Rejection can mean your frequency is too high for a space. Rejection can sometimes mean that a group or an area or an opportunity is not yet ready for you. Rejection can mean that you are ahead of your time. People don't think about it this way because you just hear no and you think, oh, that's negative to hear a no. But sometimes a no is a not yet. Sometimes a no is a not here, not now, but somewhere else at another time. Sometimes a no is you don't belong here, you belong somewhere else. That's how we can reframe rejection into our mindsets and make it something that redirects us into a better place. So hearing no can actually be a good thing because you focus on validating yourself from within. You're not seeking approval from a person, a date, a man, an opportunity, a career. You're seeking approval and alignment from within yourself. And let's think about where the job market is going right now and all the layoffs that we've been seeing for the past few years. People are going to have to validate themselves. People are going to have to love themselves if they want to create opportunities for themselves. It may not be able to come from other people anymore. Things are going to continue to change. So this is the perfect time to see rejection out in the job market, out in the dating market, as a gift. A gift for you to figure out what is your actual path. Let's say you have 10 doors that you can walk through. Which door am I going to walk through? Which door deserves me? Which door values me? Which door appreciates me for who I am? Which door is going to treat me with the right amount of care and kindness? Which door is going to cultivate me? Which door is going to lift me up and make me feel valued and special? That can be in friendships, that can be in family connections, that can be at a church, that can be anywhere. Where do you feel valued and where do you belong? When you experience rejection, you know that you don't belong and you're not valued in that space. That's why it's a gift, because it allows you to figure out where you belong in life. And when you figure out where you belong in life and what areas give you the best amount of feedback, you can do anything. You can do anything, because now you're figuring out an ecosystem for your peace, your joy, your growth, your happiness. Now you can expedite your path. Now you don't have to deal with limiting environments, limiting opportunities, things that steal your soul and steal your joy. You better run after those rejections and chase them. And then go this way and that way and figure out which door is best for you, right? Like, are we getting it? I'm getting it. It's actually clicking for me right now, which is funny. Reclaiming your self-approval in the face of rejection will make you feel freer, lighter, happier, and more whole, ultimately. All right, for the last section of this video, I thought it would be great to do some positive mantras together. I know talking a lot about rejection and thinking a lot about rejection can be heavy on the heart. So I thought that we can just have a peaceful moment to close our eyes, if you like, and repeat after me. Rejection is guidance, not failure. Rejection is not the end of your story. Rejection is redirection towards your highest calling. Rejection pushes you towards your highest standard and towards the rooms and doors you are meant to walk in and occupy. Rejection is your greatest blessing. I am so glad you are here, my alluring angel. You're great, you are loved, and you are on your way to better opportunities that are in alignment, that make you feel whole, that make you feel loved. So I want you to make way for your blessings that are coming and are on the way. That's all for now. Write a comment at the bottom and let me know what you thought about this video. And please let me know if you've had any experiences with rejection that have taught you anything important or pushed you towards a better opportunity and ended on in a positive light. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.